Hi, my name is Amber, and this is my January haul. First, I want to talk about all these books right here. I ended up getting these through a Bookoutlet sale. I'm going to drop them. If you want to learn more about these books, I will link the unboxing down below. Next, I first want to talk about the fact that I got Frostblood by Ellie Blake. I got this part of an Uppercase unboxing. I have a full video about me unboxing that and all the items and everything that I got with it, so I will have that link down below as well. I also talk about this book and everything about it, and I also talk about this book in my wrap-up because I love this book. It was one of my favorite reads this month, and it's fantastic. Please go check it out. I'm first going to talk about a few giveaways that I won. I've won these over the past couple of months. They just got to me this month, so I wanted to talk about those real quick. The first book that I won this month was Eerie by C.M. McCoy. There was a giant giveaway hop that was going on Facebook where you just entered a ton of giveaways, learned about more books, and got to talk to people, and I entered a ton of them and ended up winning a couple of ebooks, which I do not remember, and I don't talk about ebooks in my hauls anyways, but this was the physical book that I won, which I'm really happy about. It is a giant, thick little paperback. This is actually signed, if you can see it, which I thought was really, really sweet, and it also came with a couple of other small things that I don't know where they went. I'm just going to read the description because I have a hard time kind of just getting this out without just saying what the synopsis is. So it says, when her big sister goes missing, 18-year-old Haley finds the only thing keeping her safe from a murderous 3,000-year-old beast is an equally terrifying creature who has fallen madly in love with her. Competing to win her affection, the dream creature, Asher, lures her to one place that offers safety, a parascience university in Alaska he calls home. There she studies the science of the supernatural and must learn to live with a roommate from hell, survive her parascience classes, and hope the only creature who can save her from an evil immortal doesn't decide to kill her himself. It just seems very strange and definitely like a paranormal romance in a way, and it sounds really interesting and kind of fun to me, so I can't wait to get to this. The next book that I ended up winning this month was The 100 Lies of Lizzie Love It by Chelsea Sidoti. With the book, they also sent me this little tiny frame that has a quote from the book. This is a story about a girl named Lizzie who disappears randomly one day, and Hawthorne, our main character, just gets fascinated by this entire situation and wants to try and find her and ends up getting help from Lizzie's boyfriend, and it just seems like a very strange, twisted sort of story, especially when you look at the cover and it just looks really, really bright and fun, so I'm really interested to see what this is going to be like. The next giveaway I ended up winning, I got Nemesis by Anna Banks. I won this through Naya Reads and Smiles giveaway that she had recently, and I cannot believe that I won this, but she gave this away with a couple of little journals as well. This was one of them. I don't have the little notepad on me at the moment or the pen, but I will insert a picture of everything that came in the giveaway. It actually did come with a signed book plate, which I thought was really cool and I automatically put in there, and I'm very excited to read about this book. Okay, as you all know probably by now, I have a problem with books for trade. It's an issue. I'm trying to slow down, and I think I did pretty well this month for trading. The first book that I got through trade was Vasa in the Night by Sarah Porter. I've seen this book everywhere, and it just seems like such a short, fast, fun read, and it's supposed to be based off of Russian folklore, and I just think that's going to be really interesting to read since I've never seen a book like that before. And it actually ended up being signed, which I thought was really, really great. The next book that I got through trade was Emerald Green by Kirsten Geer. This is the last in the Ruby Red trilogy. I picked up the first couple of books at a half-price books because I really love these covers. I think they're gorgeous, and it's a time-traveling book. I've heard amazing things about it, so I've had the hardest time picking up the third one, so buying it through trade was really, really great, and I'm glad I'm going to be able to finally have the complete trilogy and be able to marathon through it soon. Through this trade, I also ended up getting this tiny button that just says #BookClubLife, which I thought was really cute. Next through trade, I ended up getting Poison Study by Marie V. Snyder. This is another series that I have heard about non-stop, and I honestly don't care for any of the covers besides this one, and they're very hard to find without having to buy them brand new. Being able to get this through trade, it is a little bit of a beat up used copy, which I'm perfectly fine with. From what I remember, this main character is a food taster for royalty. She ends up tasting food and drinking drinks just to make sure that the royalty isn't going to be poisoned, which sounds really fun, really interesting to me. The last trade that I ended up doing this month, I got an arc of Given to the Sea by Mindy McGinnis. This comes out in April of this year, and I've had my eye on this book for a while because the cover really just drugged me into wanting to know what this is all about. I actually mentioned this book in my most anticipated reads for 2017, so I will link that video down below. With that trade, I also got a couple of small little swag items, the first being this little Lumen A button. I love Lumen A so much. It is a favorite of mine. I also ended up getting through that trade this heartless decal, which she kind of threw in there for me, and that was so sweet. The next three books that I want to talk about, I actually got at Books A Million. They have a fantastic bargain section. The first first book I ended up getting was A Book of Spirits and Thieves by Morgan Rhodes. This is supposed to be a spin-off for the Fallen Kingdom series. Still haven't read that yet. I keep picking up books in this series, I don't know why. Next I ended up picking up Splintered by A.G. Howard. I was so excited for Roseblood this month and I kept putting off buying Splintered and they had that there for about $3, so I decided to pick it up. It is an Alice in Wonderland retelling and I've heard fantastic things about it, and it's definitely one that I've had on my radar for a while. And the last book I ended up picking up was The Unexpected Everything by Morgan Matson. I've yet to read a Morgan Matson book. This was one that I'd had my eye on for a while because it just looks super adorable and fun summer read that I'm really excited to read more contemporary soon. Next I want to talk about all the books that I got through Half Price Books this month. I ended up getting Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. Like I said earlier, I love Lumen A and I've been wanting to pick up Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff's other series, and this is one that I've had my eye on for a while. It sounds so good. It's about assassins and it just sounds really gritty and dark, and I've heard so many amazing things about the series and I've just yet to be able to pick it up, and they had it there for half price, so I decided to go for it, especially since it was a signed first edition, so that makes me very, very happy. What I ended up picking up was Vampire Night. This is volume 2. I had picked up one sometime late last year and I'm kind of slowly building them up and trying to find them pretty cheap, and they had this for a couple bucks. Next I ended up picking up The Forest of Handsome Teeth. This is by Carrie Ryan. This is another book that I've had my eye on for such a long time. It is a zombie book. Honestly, the US covers for the series are the main reason why I wasn't picking this up. So my half price books ended up having this UK edition, which is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so happy that they had this. I'm happy to at least have the first book and be able to see what this series is really like and see if all the hype and all the love for it is worth it. Next I ended up picking up The Retribution of Mara Dyer. This is by Michelle Hodkin. This is the last book in the Mara Dyer trilogy. I had picked up the first two, God, it had to be over a year ago, and I still haven't read them. I think I've been holding off until I have all 3 books because I just want to marathon through all of them at the right time of the year, and my half price books happen to have a ton of like brand new copies of this book, so I decided to pick it up, and hopefully this year I will be able to get through this series and actually read it and know what all of this love for this series is about. Next I got in half price Stocking Drop the Ripper. This is by Carrie Maniscalco. This book has also been everywhere and I've had my eye on it for such a long time, but I just haven't gotten around to picking it up, so when it was sitting there in basically brand new condition at my half price, I decided I had to go ahead and just pick it up, and I'm so glad I did. I can't wait to get to it soon because it sounds so dark and twisted and insane, and I'm really excited for this. The last book that I ended up picking up through Half Price Books was Ironcast by Destiny Soria. I honestly don't know much about this novel. I know it is based in the 1920s, and I've just seen this everywhere and I've been wanting to pick it up even though I don't really know much about it, so hopefully this is as good as everybody says it is. It looks beautiful and fantastic, and I don't read many books in the 1920s, so I think that'll be really fun to read about. Next are just some books that I ended up picking up this month just randomly, and the first one was Roseblood by A.G. Howard. This is a Phantom of the Opera retelling, and again I said this is one that I had been anticipating for a while now and have been wanting to pick up, and I ended up picking up the Barnes & Noble edition when it came out, and I did end up reading this month, and I will talk about it more in my wrap-up, which I will have linked down below. So this month I decided to pre-order Karvall. Even though I'd already read it, I really wanted to own a physical copy of the book. That is still on its way to me, but I also ended up deciding to just pick up something else while I was on Book Depository, and I ended up picking up the UK special edition of City of Heavenly Fire by Cassandra Clare. I've mentioned in multiple videos how I'm trying to slowly collect these editions of this book, and this is the 4th one that I have now, so I'm only missing 2, which is really, really great. But I'm very excited to have this. This is actually the last book that I still have not read, so I'm hoping to be able to pick it up soon. Okay, one of the heavier things that I got this month, I ended up picking up Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. This is the illustrated edition. I love these so much. They're beautiful, beautiful art and just a great way to kind of enjoy Harry Potter again. Okay, the last thing that I want to talk about are small little swag items that I got this month. If you don't know already, I am actually part of the street team promotion team for Wagner. She was so kind to be able to send to all her reviewers a signed bookmark and either a sticker or a magnet depending on what you asked for. And this is the bookmark. I am in love with this bookmark, and it just has a little tiny message on the back and her signature. I also ended up getting this little cursed sticker, which I thought was adorable. The last few items I want to talk about are all the items that I got for pre-ordering Caraval. Once you pre-ordered, you put in your receipt and they give you all these cute little items for Caraval, and I'm very excited about all of them. The first thing being this little pencil holder that just says Caraval on the front, and it actually has a sharpener on top. You also ended up getting this coloring map, which is what the coloring pencils were for. Next, you also got this giant Caraval poster. Last item was this Karvall tote bag, which was really cool and unique. Those are all the books and swag items I got in the month of January. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.